Teen dating violence often is hidden because teenagers experience a serious relationship for the first time. How do we figure out for ourselves what is healthy, unhealthy, or abusive in a dating relationship?
Many teens get confused about kissing and consent. A boy may believe that if he kisses you, he can go further. Many girls may think this is normal for a dating relationship.
The reality is, 1 in 3 teenagers have experienced physical or sexual abuse by a dating partner. In our next segment, we talk with a teen who had a very hurtful experience with a boy she thought would protect her.
Katie is a typical teenager. Like most freshmen, her first year of high school was both exciting and scary. When an older boy showed interest in her, she was happy to find someone who would protect and care for her. Unfortunately, the relationship was not what she expected. You won't see Katie's face because she wanted to protect her identity. And in reality, this could be any teenage girl. Describe your relationship with your boyfriend. How did it begin?
At first we started off as friends, and then we became really close. He was kind of good looking.
Okay.
I mean, now I don't think that, but then I did. And he was older, and a lot of other people were attracted to him. And in the beginning it was really happy because it was probably one of my first serious relationships. And he promised me everything, and it would be so great, and I just went along with it. And so at first, yeah, I was happy.
When did you first notice that there was something wrong?
I think it began when he started telling me things about some of my closest friends, that things like that they had been lying to me or going behind my back and doing things, and he eventually started telling me how I should dress and what kind of things I should wear and how I should talk and who I could talk to and to be a certain way. But then I just told myself, well, he loves me, and if this is what he wants, then it's all right.
How was he emotionally abusive to you?
You would do this for me if you love me. I felt totally like a puppet of his. Like, I would say what he wanted me to say, and I would talk to who he wanted me to talk to, and he had total control over me. And that's not the kind of person I am, but with him, that was okay in my mind.
Are you going out with someone who checks up on you constantly, puts you down, makes you worry about reactions to things you say or do, loses their temper quickly and brags about mistreating others, hits something to show the ability and power to hurt you? If you experience anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, scared, or intimidated, you may be in a relationship that is physically or emotionally abusive. Did he ever tell you it was your fault?
Not that I can remember, but I know if any little thing like went wrong, he would become really angry. And I had seen how he would be angry at his friends or his parents, and that was scary. And so I didn't want to make him angry just because I had seen like how he was to other people.
Did you love your boyfriend even though he treated you this way?
Yes, I told myself that that was just one of the things that had to happen, like that all of the different things, like telling me like how to dress and what to say and whatever, was just one like part of a relationship, that's what was happening with everyone. It wasn't just me.
Was your boyfriend physically violent?
Yes.
Katie was raped by her boyfriend. She was at his house on a typical date. The kissing was consensual, but then he went too far. Katie said no multiple times, but it didn't matter. He told her everything was going to be fine. He made her believe that this was how it was supposed to be.
That wasn't right. That wasn't how it was supposed to be.
Why did you stay with him?
Well, I told him after like he had told me all the things about my friends, he was the only person I had in my life at that point in time, and all the friends I had were through him. And so if I had like cut myself off from him, then I would be all alone, and no one wants to be alone, you know.
How were you able to get out of the relationship?
I had realized that there was a side to him that I saw through everything, but it wasn't until the lies started coming to the surface that I realized that it wasn't good.
If you had a friend in an unhealthy relationship, how would you help them?
If you see a friend who needs help, you should help them, even if they're pushing you away and everything, because you'll help. Even if it seems like they hate you and everything, you could really help them and change their life almost. And I realize now that if I had listened to my friends and hadn't gotten mad at them, a lot of things would be different. Now that I look back, I realize that they were only trying to help me.
How has your family and friends helped you through this traumatic experience?
After I told my mom about all the lies and all the things that had happened, she was really supportive of me, and of course, and she was on my side, and that was helpful, and just the support that family and friends who, after something bad happens, don't like throw you away. To have someone who's there still, even after it seems to you as if your whole world had fallen apart.
What have you learned from this experience?
Well, definitely I think a lot more before I do things and involve myself in things. And just the realization that people, even though you think that they love you and you think that they're just looking out for you, that it's not always true. And you have to be aware. You can't just keep telling yourself that everything's okay if something inside of you is telling you it's not.
With the support of her family and friends, Katie found the courage to report the rape to the police. At this time, the district attorney is reviewing the incident, and the case is still pending. If you or a friend ever experiences any type of violence with a dating partner, don't be afraid to report it to the police. It's your right to stand up against abuse.